a disastrous game that the Commanders lose to the Cowboys 44-22. That includes Jayden Daniels leaving the field with a hamstring injury, and it is clear the Commanders' season is falling apart fast. Yeah, for the Commanders, it really has been a up and down season. I don't think the up and down nature of it necessarily is weird, even though I did think they were going to be the second best team in the NFC East and still make the playoffs. The way that they won games last year was a lot of close games, come from behind games, and understand that. The thing that is making it weird for me anyway is they split, I guess, with Jayden Daniels out. But since he got back in, I mean, they beat the Chargers, but that loss to the Bears, I think, really ruined things for them. And then this game, Jayden Daniels, because he was hurt early, now he's hurt again with the hamstring injury, and we'll get more into those details. But for that to happen, for you to lose two straight with him finally in, and then Marcus Mariota comes in and immediately implodes. For those who didn't watch, Jayden Daniels leaves, and about 2 seconds later, Marcus Mariota, in a game that was, it was a 19-point game. Cowboys defense stinks, but he said, I'll just throw you a pick six and end this real quick. Not great. And to me, Jayden Daniels, the hamstring injury was just a straight blitz up the middle. He didn't see it. He tried to run away from it. They tested it. MRI tested it. It came back negative, which is good. Came back positive. That would mean that you have a clear, discernible injury. Always been weird that MRI, whatever. You figure it out after a while. But with that being the case, then I saw something strange. I saw a couple of strange things. A, his status remains uncertain for Week 8 against the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. This is an impossible spot for the Commanders. You have to. You're 3-4, right? And I normally don't talk about this early, but in the Potter episodes. But with the way the NFC is looking, I'm doing this all the time. I think they're like 11th or 12th in the standings right now. I'll look it up to see if I can figure it out. But this isn't like the AFC. There's a logjam because of what's. Blame the NFC West. They got 3 teams at 5-2. You just lost to the Cowboys, and now they have a better record than you. And the NFC North also has 3 teams at 4-2 or better, with the Bears 4-2, Lions 5-2, Packers. The Panthers are even 4-3, and the Falcons are 3-3. Now you did beat the Falcons, so you have a tiebreaker of them, but they're 3-3 still. You're 3-4. The Vikings are 3-3. I think the Vikings are about to be on their way out, but still, there's just a lot going on. And you play the Chiefs, so it's a real tough decision. And hamstring injuries you do not want to mess with. That can leave you out for the year. Do you think you beat the Chiefs? I don't know. Especially if there's no Terry and no Debo, it might be a situation where you really want to sit Jayden Daniels. However, this season is fading fast. You paid money for all these old heads, for the ability to make the playoffs and make a Super Bowl run. That was their intentions coming into the year. And missing the playoffs, I think, would kind of be a disaster. Maybe not a complete disaster. You can talk it off with Jayden being hurt. But a semi-disaster. So that's the first thing I'm thinking is like hamstring, uncertain. I don't know. Second thing I saw is mom telling the media in the world, don't manifest RG3. That just led to a bunch of tweets about them. I'm not going to get into, I guess I have to explain it, right, because I brought it up. Jayden and his mom are very close. So she is going to defend Jayden no matter what. Now, how close, that's up for you guys. But I do think that I don't think they're manifesting RG3. That's the problem. The Washington's organization just does this. And like if they play him against the Chiefs, it's got to be like, damn, off a hamstring, because they need him to play, you are jeopardizing not only his season. Hamstrings are not to be trifled with. You can bounce back from them, but I just think, I don't know. It's just a very tenuous situation. And to me, the issue on Sunday was he didn't play great. He was 12 of 22, right? He, was missing passes. He making some silly decisions out there. He wasn't very crisp. And it was tough juxtaposed with the Cowboys and their loaded machine. Like, Jayden needed to score to keep up, and he just wasn't doing that. Not a great game for him. Very sloppy against the Bears as well. That was not good. Him having something to do with 2 of their 3 turnovers in that game, and kind of coughing it away in a spot where they really needed that win when you really look back. 4-3 right now. You're not feeling like this. 3-4 in the log jam in the NFC. You got to feel pretty bad because your schedule still. You got the Chiefs next. The NFC East schedules are hard, and so yeah. I think though the biggest issue is I looked at the numbers, and in my head, I actually thought Jayden hasn't been playing that well. Now, he is only 61% passing. That's really not good. He's been very inaccurate. He needs, if he plays, when he plays, to be more accurate with his passes. I mean, this offense does so many screens. I don't know how he's 61%, to be completely honest with you. But he's been very inaccurate on reads so far this season. He's trying to run a little too much. Maybe he did that last year, but the league will catch up to that and not let you do that. So you got to hit some of these easy gimme passes. He has 8 touchdowns, 1 pick in like 5 games. That's not as bad as I thought he was playing. And they lost 2 of those games. That's the problem for me. Even he's not playing, okay, I guess you could say as good as last year. He's following the formula. He's not really turning the ball over, but I think he had a fumble this game though. And you could say he has a couple fumbles. Definitely fumbled against the Bears. But I mean, that's a concern. Like the fact that he, isn't playing terrible, and they're in a very bad spot, and he's hurt now. I don't know how they improve. They need weapons back, but what is up with Terry? I'm gonna look it up. Terry got paid and said, fuck y'all. Like, what is going on? Terry, I haven't seen him play all year. Fan scapegoating Terry McLaurin shows how lost Commanders' discourse is. That's an article I just read. Yeah, so he's got a quad injury. He's been out since September 21st. Oh man, they hit him with the as soon as he got the money, and the peace sign disappeared. Oh yeah, he's been gone. And so yeah, it's definitely tough because you just paid him to be out there, and now he's not playing. And that's obviously a huge part of the offense. I don't blame Commanders fans for thinking that, at least a little bit. But yeah, the offense not going great. Bad news though, Commanders is as rough as the offense is, up and down as they've been. The defense is even worse, my guy. I mean, they were just getting shredded by the Cowboys. 44-22, like we said. Marcus Lattimore, I just wrote down, why is he still out here? And it is unfair to him to put him in man-to-man coverage as old as he is with George Pickens on these one-on-one, no safety help plays. Dan Quinn, bro. Who do you think Marcus Lattimore is? And who do you think he ever was? Marcus Lattimore is not just going to guard a whole side of the field by himself. The best thing you do for you is start fighting. And he wanted to do that with Pickens, and Pickens was just ignoring him. Pickens was like, nope, you're not goating me into this. Although he was giving him there were some interesting plays after catches where he was real close to Marcus, doing his little braggadocious thing. But on the plays where he wasn't getting the ball, he wasn't trying to be out there fighting Marshawn. I said Marcus. Marshawn. Marshawn was getting cooked by everybody. My God, he was getting worked from Pickens, and then started getting worked by Cee Dee. It's just It's tough. Their secondary stinks. They were 23rd in pass defense coming into this game, getting it worse. They somehow are 13th in points allowed. That definitely went down, and defense doesn't get pressure. They're old. Marshawn Lattimore is a CB1. Jayden Daniels is hurt. These are the things that a group chat, told me would be problems, and I just believed in Jayden Daniels. I believed in that offense, and I believe in Dan Quinn as defensive mind to be able to put together and be the second best team in the NFC and a playoff team. Well, they just showed. I mean, the Cowboys just beat them. I have serious questions on if the Giants actually would have played Dart and Scatterbo, if they could have beat them. The Commanders only scored 21, and their defense isn't that. The defense is bad. So, I mean, the Cowboys just lit them up. That's true, but I just don't trust them. So, and it's getting close. Let me look at the schedule. To me, being like, is the only path to division now with the Eagles 4-2. My God, this is bad. This is a disaster situation right now for the Commanders. Chiefs in Arrowhead. Good Lord. At least you get these next two at home, but still. Seahawks. Lions. Yikes. Now, maybe after that, you get the Dolphins and a bye week. I mean, Broncos, it's not too much easier. You end it with Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles. That's not great. I don't see how they're gonna put together enough wins. I really don't. Like, they gotta win. They would have to almost sweep the Eagles and win the division. That's the only. I don't see them beating the Lions. Lions defense or Seattle. I really don't see them beating any three of these teams, to be honest. I was trying to. Nah, I don't. Now, can they beat one of them? Perhaps. They're not better than any of those teams. Both those teams are much better defensively, and their offenses have been clicking at a much higher. I mean, the Lions are still second in the league in offense. The Chiefs look like the best team in the league, and they had the MVP frontrunner. And Seattle, even though I watched them goof around with the Texans, they had what I think is the best wide receiver in the league and a top 3 pass rush. The Commanders don't have anything like that right now, especially if Jayden isn't in being amazing and he has no one to throw to. Commanders is tough, man. You're not all the way dead yet, but clock is ticking. The beeps are getting elongated for the season. Beep. It's kind of what it sounds like. It's not like beep, but it's like beep. Whoa. You know? It's kind of where I am with the Commanders. I'm interested to see what they can do with the Chiefs, but this is an unfortunate spot, man. And I even saw the ad, and they didn't even have Jayden in there. I'd be shocked if he played. I would. But then I wouldn't be. It's Washington. Got no choice. I'm interested to see what happens in that game. Going forward for the Commanders, they got to get some wins. And really, they got to get them now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.